Morning, guys. How you doing? Steve Lav here. Just want to do a little video on what's going on with my truck and why I haven't been posting uh, plumbing-related videos. Just want to go over and let you know what happened. I should have did a video a while back. So today's the 12/17/22. It's been about 5 weeks since I haven't had a truck. So what happened was I was come off the highway. I was going down the street, and I noticed that the truck was flipping, smoking like crazy. So I pull up to the stoplight, and I filled up the whole intersection with white smoke. The cars couldn't even drive by. It was so much flipping white smoke coming out of the thing. So it's like, holy shit, I must have blown a head gasket or something. So I got one of the international diesels, 4.5 liter international diesel. It's a 275. It's a weird motor. They no longer make it. You can't get parts for it. But anyway, so I was like a couple of minutes from my house. So I drove it to my house. I shut it off. I called my mechanic and I told him what happened. I think I blew a head gasket because that thing was flipping, blowing smoke like crazy. Unbelievable. I could smell the antifreeze, so I knew it was something to do with antifreeze. So he says, see if you can fill it with water and see if you can drive it here, and we'll see what we could do with it. So I put like 3 gallons of water in the flipping thing, and I go, holy shit. And I tried to start it, and it was locked up. In other words, it must have had water in it because it wouldn't turn over. So I called the tow truck, got it towed there, and so they took it all apart, and I guess he said it was a bad ECR cooler, which is something to do with the emissions, and it's cools off the exhaust. Antifreeze goes through this thing. It's like a little radiator inside the exhaust, and it cools off the exhaust, I guess. I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know about that. So anyway, it's one of these workhorse units, workhorse trucks. So you just can't go and give them you just can't go to any company and give them the model and serial, because you got to go to these workhorse guys. So workhorse basically took all kinds of different parts from different companies and put together a unit. So I called Workhorse and I told them what I needed, an ECR cooler. The mechanic told me to see if I can hunt the parts down. So I call this guy. He wants $3,500 for this ECR cooler, and then $275 for next day air shipping. It's like, holy shit, that seems like an awful lot of money for this little flipping device. But anyway, so I tell him I want it, and then he calls me back half an hour later, and he said there's no returns on this thing. So I told him, forget it, cancel the order. I don't want the fucking thing. I'm gonna try to find it somewhere else. All right, so he's gonna cancel the order. So then I hunted online for this thing. I waited for that guy all day to call me back. I hunted online for this thing, and I was able to get a model, a serial number for the motor. So I could go to International and get parts for this thing if I had the model serial number. So I call International, and the parts are no longer available for this thing. They don't make it. No longer available. So I'm hunting online and trying to find an ECR cooler for a 275 International diesel. It's a 2006 international 275 International diesel, and I know what it looks like because the mechanic showed me. So I'm looking around and I'm looking at the pictures and stuff, and I said, boy, this thing looks just like the one I got here. So I called a couple of different places, 3 or 4 different places, and one guy supposedly had it, then he didn't have it, and 3 or 4 different places. I finally found one guy that had it, and it was like $1,500, and the ship it next day here for $40. So that's a lot better than $35 and $275, right? So I get this ECR cooler, get it next day here. I bring it down to mechanic, and he goes and puts it in, and he calls me back. He says, you got a bad turbocharger. So this is a twin turbocharger. Like I said, I call International, and the part's no longer available. They don't make it anymore. So I'm calling around turbo companies all over the country here trying to find one. I think I called like 8 different turbo companies. No one had it. One guy had it in Arizona, brand new unit. So he's going to ship it next day here. Paid extra money for the next day here. That was right before Thanksgiving. Like a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So if he would have shipped it on Wednesday, I probably would have got it like Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving, right? So I get the turbocharger, and I bring it down. Mechanic's not working on the weekend. I bring it down on Monday, and he puts it in. Haven't heard from the guy for 3-4 days. It's like something's going on here. So I go down and see the guy, and he says, you got a bad turbo. So how can it be bad? It's brand new. Well, I guess the oil was coming right through it and blowing right out. Now, the motor has got vents on the motor. It's got a vent on the a 1-inch vent coming off the valve cover, and it's got a vent coming off the where you put the oil in. So it shouldn't be able to build pressure because it's got vents on this thing. So it shouldn't. If it's got blow by obviously, but it shouldn't be building all kinds of pressure because it's got all these vents on the motor. So it really shouldn't build pressure, or it shouldn't be able to. So anyway, I called the guy for the turbo company. He said that doesn't seem like it makes sense. He says ship it back to me, and we'll take it apart and see if there's anything wrong with it. Brand new unit. So I ship it back to him. It took like 10 days to get back there. Things on delay, on delay, on delay. Finally gets back to him. He takes it apart, and he calls me and he said there's nothing wrong with the turbo. So it seemed a little weird that my turbo on my truck was fine before that ECR cooler blew. And then when I get a brand new turbo, this one's bad also. So I said something else is going on internally in this motor. So he's still looking into it. He's going to try to do is run it without the turbocharger, see if he could. On the turbocharger, I guess there's 2 oil lines that go into the top of the twin turbo to oil the turbo, and it just drains down through the system. And when he put the new turbo in, he says it was just going in and going right out the exhaust. So it might be getting blow by coming up through the motor, and then going through the turbo. But he's going to bypass the turbo and see if he can run it and see if it's getting blow by. If not, it looks like I'm going to have to get a new truck. So anyway, I haven't been really doing I haven't been working. I just been hanging around doing stuff around the house. I'm going to have to probably get another truck. It's just a pain in the ass to switch over to another truck with all the shelving and everything. I'm definitely not going to get another workhorse truck or one of these things. You can't get parts for them, no longer available, and nothing but a flipping money pit from hell. So that's the deal. So I've been doing videos around the house, playing around, and I'm going to have to get back to work here soon. My customers didn't call me. I've just been referring, tell them to call someone else because my truck's down, and hate to work out of a pickup truck because it's not the same, once you work out of a big truck. But so I just wanted to do a video. No, I didn't get. Somebody said I got a DUI and I'm not driving. No, I didn't get a DUI. I'm driving every day with my pickup truck, but I'm just not working right now because of that truck situation. So it's been like a snowball effect. It's an ongoing issue, ongoing. But anyway, the guy gave me the money back for the turbocharger, which was $2,500 for the turbocharger. He gave me my money back for it, which I thought was pretty good. But here I am. I'm hunting the parts down for the mechanic because the mechanic's working and he don't want to spend all day trying to hunt these parts down. You can't even find the flipping things. So that's the deal. I just wanted to do a video and let you know. I know I haven't retired. I'm still going to do, once I get back up and running in a new truck and everything. It's not a good time to be buying a truck for one thing. They're very expensive, and just to switch it off, bad time of year right now. It's cold out. To take all my shelving and everything out of my truck I got now and build another truck with new shelving and move everything over. It's a major project. I've done it before. It's a major, major, major project. So I've been kind of holding off. But even if I get this truck running again, which I might be able to get it running again and drive it. I'm going to have to eventually get another truck. So just a heads up. So all my subscribers know what's going on. It's been an ongoing shit show with this thing, and that's where I'm at. So I'm gonna have to make a move one way or another here. Thinking about getting maybe one of them Isuzu box trucks or something like that. Maybe I'll downsize a little bit, but so that's the deal. Miss Molly's fine, and I'm doing fine. I don't really need to work. I mean, I could retire probably now and never work another day in my life if I wanted to, but I do enjoy the work. I do enjoy posting the YouTube videos and working, and, I'll probably die with my boots on type of thing. But just so you guys know, that's the story. And I'm fine. We're fine. It's just I haven't really had any content to be posting because I haven't been working because of that flipping truck. All right. Have a good day, and just bear with me. Once I get this straightened out, I'll get it ironed out, and we'll get back up on the road again.